This is my pentatonic phrasing lesson number 3. We are actually going to take the ideas from lesson number 2 and expand it out to some of the other patterns. So we're going to try and learn the whole fretboard using your minor pentatonic scale and kind of see how the notes all relate to the roots within the scale patterns. And then at another point we're actually going to start moving these into other keys. The basic idea here, we're actually going to start all the way down at the nut here in the open position. We're going to deal with the very first scale pattern that we're going to find in the key of A minor. We're going to start here. We have root on the open 5th string and also a root on the 3rd string 2nd fret. So it's going to be You're going to find this all notated in the PDF file that goes with this lesson. You should find it on my blog. Just type in blog.markwein.com and you'll find the lesson, minor pentatonic lesson number 3. Starting on the root, using the same thing that we discussed in lesson number 2, we have root, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, minor 7, root, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, minor 7. And then going backwards from the root to get the notes below the root, minor 7, and there's the perfect 5th. The next pattern up is going to be using roots on the 6th string 5th fret, 3rd string 2nd fret, 1st string 5th fret. It's going to look like this. And if we count up the scale degrees, we go root, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, minor 7, root, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, minor 7, root. We've played this one in both the other lessons, so I'm not going to go over it. If you don't know it, you really should go back and take a look at the previous lessons. But we have that one, and then you also have the expanded version of that we've talked about. Moving up from there, we have roots on the 4th string 7th fret, 2nd string 10th fret. It's going to look like this as I play that. And with scale degrees, root, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, minor 7, root, minor 3rd, 4th. And then going backwards from the root, minor 7, 5th, 4th, minor 3rd. The last scale pattern that we have that's any different is going to be up here. We're going to have a root on the 12th fret, 5th string, and there'll also be one here on the 2nd string, 10th fret. It's going to kind of look like this. And if we go up with scale degrees, root, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, minor 7, root, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then backwards from the lowest root, minor 7, 5th, and then 4th. Beyond that, we're actually just starting to duplicate things. This up here at the 12th fret in the 12th position is just the scale that we played in the open position using open strings down here for all of the notes that are actually on the 12th fret up here. Alright, I'll actually have something written down for you that. And then it just continues on. This is the next pattern after that one. This is the home position pattern. You know, the best thing you can do is know where your roots are within these forms and also know where your notes are on the fretboard. You can take any of this stuff and move it into different keys. We're going to address that in a whole different lesson. Right now, let's go back to the very first one we did here, the open position. And what I want to do is give you kind of a real basic lick. Root, minor 3rd. We're going to take the 4th, bend it up to the 5th, minor 3rd, root. Alright, so we've got it right there. Now if we move into the next position, we can also take it down here, down an octave. Alright, we've got the ones that we've done before in the home position. These should all kind of look familiar from lesson number 2. Then we've got right there. If I move up in here into this position, we've got it right there. Right there. It's a little tricky bending with the first finger sometimes. And then we're going to duplicate it here. And so on. It just kind of moves on. Just remember, it's root, minor third. We're bending the fourth up to the fifth note of the scale, minor third, and then back to the root. You can do this with any lick. It doesn't necessarily have to be this. It's just a real simple idea. What I want you to be able to see is you can take any little melodic fragment that you've got, and you should be able to move it somewhere else on the neck. And instead of just having a couple licks that are basically just a finger pattern that you've learned by rote, that you can only play in one place or in one key, you should be able to take that, analyze it using what we've been discussing, and then move it into whatever key and whatever position you want to. This is just a little addition to lesson number 3. What I want to do is actually give you kind of an example of all the places you can play this stuff. So I'm going to actually back up a little bit, see if this helps, and play just a little solo. This is a little addition to lesson number 3, the pentatonic minor scale lesson. I just want to give you a little playing example of some of the places that you can play these ideas. And I'll just kind of start at the bottom and move up the neck.